the Lucas Oil ASCS Show. Your weekly stop for news and talk from America's largest sprint car series on America's fastest motorsports website, RacinBoys.com.
Welcome, everyone, to the Lucas Oil ASCS Show. I'm Scott Traylor, along with the voice of the Lucas Oil ASCS Sprint Car Dirt Series presented by MAV TV, Brian Holbert. Brian, we are at Devil's Bowl. We're only going to get one night in this week because of heavy rains earlier in the week.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate that we had the heavy rainfall out here, and it was about 3 and 4 straight days, I believe. They got about 6.5 inches of rain out here, so it made it where the track was not the problem. We probably could have raced on this track and been just fine. The problem is, and this is anybody that's ever been to the Devil's Bowl knows, the pits are treacherous, even on a dry day here. The ground's very soft. These drivers are going to dig in when they try to pull their rigs in. Well, on Thursday, when I came out here, the pits were they were soft. They were like walking on a mattress that had been set on the floor. So you couldn't really pull a truck in. Even Friday night, you would have cost these drivers more money tearing the air suspension out of their truck and trailer than flipping cars on the track. So, I mean, it was really a smart move by Lanny, and as much as everybody wanted to see him delay the show maybe until next week, with so many regional shows going on in the area, it would have just taken all the cars away, would have taken all the fans away. So really, it was about the only thing Lanny really could have done. And right now, looking at this track behind us and looking at the pits right now, we've got almost 40 cars, and we're still a couple hours from showtime. It's still going to be a really good show here for the 39th running of the Spring Nationals.
You know, it really bothers me when people get on people like Lanny Edwards and Beverly. They have showed their dedication to sprint car racing. And the fact is, folks, Lanny's not afraid to lose money. He's a businessman. He wants to make money. That makes sense. That's what you want to do when you're a good businessman. But Lanny's proved over the course of 39 years here at Devil's Bowl that he is not afraid to take a chance. And I think it's a little unfair for the people that have been on some of the form boards like Hoseheads to be slamming on a guy like Lanny Edwards because his heart is in this.
You know, it really is. And I mean, and that's not a reflection on Hoseheads. I mean, they're people hiding.
We're huge fans of Hoseheads.
No, I mean, this is people hiding behind a keyboard like they usually do, because I guarantee you they wouldn't say this stuff to Lanny's face. They wouldn't say it to your face or my face. Right. But I just look at it and just shake my head, because racing is, you can't predict the weather. Everybody thinks the promoter has some crystal ball and we're tied to the weatherman. I'm sorry, we're not. Yeah. So unfortunately, the call had to be made, and it's really, in my opinion, going to produce a really good night of racing here.
The best way I can explain it, folks, is I drove the RacinBoys bus into the pits a little bit earlier. I had to nearly floor it to get to my parking spot. That's how soft it is down in the pits. All right, enough of that. Let's talk about, first of all, let's step back to the final race out at Yuma. What a great weekend, first of all, there. Dustin Morgan comes out on top, but I think the great thing is night number 2 to see Danny Wood run down Jason Johnson by nearly a straightaway behind.
I don't think you could really call either one of those nights greater than the other, because Dustin Morgan comes in, he gets his first National Tour win in so many tries. I mean, with Jimmy Jones turning the wrenches on that car, you couldn't have slapped the smile off either one of their faces after that race. I mean, it was great to see him finally get that win. It was great to see yet another driver get their first win with ASCS, and, you know, Dust is just a really good guy. He's a really good racer, and he deserved it. But for Danny Wood to come in and run Jason Johnson down from a full straightaway,
remarkable.
It's amazing. And lap traffic did play a role, but not really until the last couple laps. But he was reeling them in. He had gotten to a half a straightaway, and the lap cars worked to his advantage. And Jason even said it. When you're out front like that, sometimes it bites you because you don't know where the other guys are running. You don't know if the track's changing because nobody's coming up to challenge you. So, unfortunately, he went to the bottom. The top was the place to be. Danny got the win, and Danny, to me, put a lot of people to rest that said he was too old to be out here. Oh, no, he can be out here. He's still competitive.
Old dudes can still get it done. We look at the Steve Kinzer, what he does over the World of Outlaws. Danny Wood, great job by him. All right, let's talk about Devil's Bowl. Some of the guys that are key players. Jason Johnson comes in with a 31-point lead over Wayne Johnson.
You know, Jason's definitely got to be a favorite here. Wayne has got to be a definite favorite here. And just looking at some of the local drivers, I mean, Kevin Ramey with the print place number 7M, he's definitely got to be a favorite here. He has won this race before, so look for Kevin Ramey to definitely be up in the front of the field. Larry Howery, he's back in the car now. Last year took a huge ride during the Winter Nationals over off the top of turns 3 and 4. It was great to see him get out of that car. It's even better to see him back here, and we did tell him that, yes, the airport behind us has cleared him just in case he decides he wants to take off again. But I mean, really good to see some of these local guys coming out here, and I mean, this Lone Star region and pulling in guys from the Gulf South region, these are tough cats. You do not want to go toe-to-toe with these guys on a regional level, on a national level. I think a lot of these guys are going to shine.
Brady Bacon said that this is not one of his better tracks that he comes to. He has had some decent runs here. Tony Bruce, though, as a past winner here, has won a regional race and a national tour race, currently 4th in Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour points. But let's talk about Dustin Morgan. The last time we were here, probably one of the biggest hits of the year in 2012 was Dustin Morgan turned 4, and you had a chance to talk to him after that wreck, and that was a big one.
Yeah, the 2011 Winter Nationals here. I mean, Dustin hit that wall in hot laps, and it bent the car in the middle. I mean, it completely ripped the engine out of the rear mounts. It broke the yoke in half. I mean, he took a hard hit, and he got out of the car, and he was walking fine. But about 10 minutes after he was out of that car and that adrenaline started to wear off, I asked him if he could do an interview, and with the way our pit gear was working, we had to come all the way up to that big steel fence. And it took about 5 minutes to walk from the back of his hauler, which was on that very first row, to that steel fence. That's how much his knees were already hurting. And, I mean, he gave the interview, but he'd do about 4 words, and then he'd go ahead and go into another statement. You knew he was hurting really bad, and, you know, even then and afterwards, everybody kind of met up and eating at the Waffle House, and he was walking pretty gingerly. So it was good to see him get out of the car and, you know, for him to come back to the Devil's Bowl and looking for that win here, as good as his season started, and even with Tony Bruce, as good as his season has started compared to last year. We talked about him a minute ago. It's good to see them here and running strong.
All right, a little bit earlier, Brian and I, along with co-announcer tonight with Brian, Randy Ward, had a chance to talk to some of the drivers down in the pits before tonight's event. Down here at the pits at Devil's Bowl with the current point leader. Man, it seems like every time I talk to you, I see the current point leader of the Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour, Jason Johnson. Jason, before we talk about Devil's Bowl tonight, I got to go back to Yuma. Man, you had a huge lead, man, and you let the old dude run you down.
Tell you what, you know, sometimes it's better being second than being in first place. But you know, we had a good car. The guys gave me a great race car, and I don't really know if I maybe got a little too protective, or I know I got hung up in lap traffic probably a little too long. You know, made some errors there, and ended up unfortunate. You know, Danny Wood got a run, and he earned it.
That's what you do, though. I mean, if you're going to show your hand, you want to do it on that last lap. You don't want to show it too soon to a guy like yourself.
Tell you what, you know, I guess going down the front straightaway, from what my guys telling me, I even seen the video that he wasn't even within striking distance, and you know, I went down to the bottom lap, car choked up, and I definitely wasn't going to give the bottom up after running the bottom for 29 laps. So there was no way I was going to give the bottom of the racetrack up, and he went the opposite direction, and it worked out just good for him.
I know you wanted to win in the worst way after Ricky winning that day.
I tell you what, you know, we won the week before, and he was on the podium, and then you know, he won Vegas the following weekend, and then we're on the podium. So he definitely had a little bit of bragging rights that week over us. So you know, hopefully one of these weekends we're gonna get 2 wins in the same weekend.
This track, Devil's Bowl, is a track that you get around. You've won here before. Tell us what you look forward to here tonight.
You know, we just very thankful for Lanny Edwards, you know, putting the effort to try to get tonight in after all the rain they had all week. I mean, he's done an outstanding job. So, you know, like always, you know, we want a racetrack that we race too wide. You know, hopefully it gets a little bit slick in the middle, and you got to choose bottom or top, and have a great racetrack to race on. You know, we don't want it locked down where nobody could pass, but yet we don't want it slicked and rubber down where nobody could pass. So, you know, you want a driver's dream, but the thing is that Lanny Edwards always gives us a good track. That's why we enjoy coming here.
Yeah. For the naysayers out there, the pits are pretty soft down here tonight. I know when I drove my motorhome in, it sunk down about 3 inches, and I damn near had to floor that thing to get it to its parking spot. It's really soft down here.
It's really, really soft, and you know, definitely with his expertise and knowing what to do with dirt after all these years of, you know, 30 plus years of, you know, working dirt and understanding his chemistry, you know, he's definitely done a good job to pack it in, and just very professional. You know, that we pulled the JJR Stenhouse rig right into the racetrack, and the guys are shifting gears, trying to get up to speed to get parked in, and as fast as we can even let the back door down. I mean, Lanny Edwards and his staff are rolling the area that we got to roll the car out and work with. So great track effort. They did a good job, and excited to be here.
All right, man. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
All right, let's send it over to Randy Ward. He's caught up with the guy that's currently second in the Lucas Oil ASCS National Tour points, Wayne Johnson.
Thank you, Scott. And Wayne Johnson, a winner of an ASCS Gulf South region race a weekend ago. How important was that for you just to get some more laps on your race car and race team coming into the national event here at the Devil's Bowl?
Oh, very important because, our race car hadn't been very good all year long and just been missing it a little bit. And, we're going back to Beaumont here in a couple of weeks and just a good tune-up for there. And I feel like we got something that we can go back to there. And just confidence booster, the biggest thing. And just tuning on the race car makes me a little bit more aggressive with tuning on the race car because we'd been off a little bit.
You hadn't been off terribly. You're up in the top 5 in the points, second place. Talk about the first few weekends. You mentioned you're off a little bit, but some will say you're running pretty good. Why do you say you're off some?
Well, the car just never drove good. We were, we were decent, but we just didn't have the finishes we wanted. I know top 5s, a lot of guys would love top 5s, but we want wins, and we're taking the top 5, especially because the car is so bad. So. We're happy with the top 5 with the car as bad as it is, but I really feel like if we can get the thing driving like we did at Beaumont or maybe even a little better, then the wins will definitely come.
All right, and tell us real quick, who are some of the guys that are helping you on the race car this summer to get it ready to where it can be successful?
With Ray Williams with vending, City Vending, he's a big part of this deal. Vern Rangan with Missile Motorsports, Byron Sebastian with Sebastian Powder Coating and Sandblasting, Tom Lorenz, Hoosier Tire. I could go on and on and on, but one I probably ought to really point out is Brian with Super Shocks. He's really working with me to get this thing tuned up, and it's getting better every week. So hopefully tonight's the night we figure out what we're doing.
All right, we'll keep an eye on you tonight, Wayne, here at the Devil's Bowl.
Thanks.
All right, that's all. Wayne Johnson. Let's now go to Brian with Tony Bruce Jr.
Thank you very much, Randy. Now we're going to catch up with the driver, the TBJ Promotions and Oil Medics, number 18, Tony Bruce Jr. Tony, a good start to your season. You get the win on the season opener. You've been consistent pretty much ever since then. You really, just compared to last year, as you said, this is just a complete turnaround.
Yeah, it definitely is. We went to work real hard in the off season, with the acquisition of Wayne. It definitely helps out, but, we're looking forward. It's going to be a long season, and so, only time will tell how good we really are.
Now, coming into this weekend, it was supposed to be a 2-day show. Just trying to pull into this place was treacherous. As dry as it is now, imagine trying to pull in here yesterday.
No, they definitely did a fantastic job down here. My dad just lives north of here, and, he told me how much rain they got, and honestly, I didn't really anticipate we were even going to race at all this weekend. But, the staff here at Devil's Bowl Speedway, they did a great job of getting the facility worked in to where we could actually get into the pit area, and so we're just fortunate enough to be here, and hopefully we have a good night.
Now, you've had a lot of success at Devil's Bowl Speedway. You do have a national win. You do have a regional win. Coming into this race, how do you feel about your chances here going up against 38 other drivers?
Pretty good. We've always ran good at Devil's Bowl, and so, anytime we get a chance to come out here, I'm always looking forward to it. Wayne's from here. He grew up, I think his first race ever at Devil's Bowl Speedway was whenever he was like 3 years old. So, he's got a lot of history here. It means a lot to him, and, this is where one of my first national tour wins, was here, and last year the only win I had was here, and so we look forward to coming to Devil's Bowl and really enjoy it.
Now, not only the national guys, you've got to contend with some pretty tough regional guys here as well.
Oh, definitely. Anytime you come to the bowl, there's almost 40 cars, if not, more than that, and so since it's only a one-day show, we got a little bit less of a car count, but normally, we're right around 60 to 70 cars here, and so it's just one of those things. Everybody looks forward to coming to Devil's Bowl. There's a lot of historic value to this place, and it's a good place to be at.
All right, thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank you.
And again, Tony Bruce Jr., the driver of the TBJ Promotions Oil Medics, number 18, looking to dice it up here tonight at the Devil's Bowl.
Thank you, Brian. It's Danny Wood now, the most recent ASCS National Tour winner. That was over in the state of Arizona. Here we are at a familiar racetrack with the American Sprint Car Series, Devil's Bowl Speedway. How can you carry the momentum from that win here into this weekend?
Well, each race night's a new night. That's the way you got to look at racing, especially at this level. And you just got to give it your all every night. So, that Arizona race, that was in the past. That's done. Now you got to start all over, work forward on a new night, and give it all we got.
This is a racetrack you have experience on. Talk about what it will take on a weekend like this where there's been a lot of rain in the area.
Well, let's hope that the racetrack is really, prepared to us to where we can pass cars early. You know, I know we had a lot of rain. Sometimes that tends to make this racetrack a little heavy where you can't pass on it. And if you're buried in the back of a heat race, especially a good heat race, it's hard to pass on this racetrack. So that can follow you all night long and haunt you, just dig you a hole you can't hardly dig out of. So hopefully he didn't put too much water on it, and hopefully he'll be able to pass early and get us up in there, get us a decent start spot in the feature, and then go to work, win this race. So we know this racetrack pretty good. A lot of the other guys, Gary Wright, you know, Jason, they know the racetrack just like we do, but, you know, still you got to give it all you got, and hopefully we can put this number 81 statewide service center car up there in victory lane again.
All right, thank you, Danny.
Thank you very much.
Danny Wood racing here tonight, 39th Annual Devil's Bowl Speedway Spring Nationals.
All right, thanks, Randy. Joining us now on the Lucas Oil ASCS show is Emmett Hahn. Emmett, first of all, I've taken a look at these pits down here, and there's just no way that we could have had this race yesterday. I damn near had to floor my RV to get it through the pits here tonight. It's pretty soft, isn't it?
Well, I think Lanny's had over 6 inches of rain down here this week, and at a lot of racetracks that don't have the equipment that Lanny's got and the help that he's got, probably wouldn't have happened. I mean, it looks dry right here on top, but I'm telling you, it's wet way down.
Yeah. When you have to make a decision, if you're going to do a one-night show, make a 2-day show into a one-night show, what goes into that thought process? Ultimately, do you have the responsibility of making that call, or is that up to the promoter?
Well, we worked with the promoter, and Lanny felt like it would be best for him and us as a sanctioning body. You want to do what's best for the promoter, and so he thought it would be better if we just turned it into a one-day show. And I told him at the time that it probably cost us 6 or 8 cars, you know, guys that couldn't make a long trip for a one-day show, and so this is what Lanny thought was best for him, and the weather's perfect today.
Yeah, absolutely perfect. Before we let you go, I got to go back to Kokopal out there in Yuma. Huge crowd. I think somewhere around 3,000 the first night, 4,000 the second night. Great action. 2 new winners. Your assessment of Yuma, that was a pretty good deal, wasn't it?
I tell you, the first night, halfway through the feature, when you see first, second, and third running 3 wide down the back, shooting 4th place right behind them, and then final night when they put the wrong name on the check for the pitcher, you know, that's just that's how close the racing was. And that's a nice, clean facility out there, and I'm just hoping that we can get us something back there this fall.
I would have lost a lot of money if you would have told me Jason Johnson would have got ran down with 3 laps to go from a straightaway behind by Danny Wood.
Yeah, he was. He come over afterwards and was going up to the pay window, and I said, you know, it's up the hill there, and I said, well, here, take our little pink scooter. And he said, first I go out there and get my ass beat on the racetrack, now I got to ride a pink scooter. So that's the way his night went.
All right, Emmett. Hey, thanks for taking time for us.
Thank you.
All right, that's Emmett Hahn, our fearless leader here in the Lucas Oil ASCS Sprint Car Dirt Series. Let's send it over to Brian.
Thank you very much, Scott. Real quick here, we're going to catch up with the driver of the Vacuum Works International 05, Brad Loyette. Now, Brad, the season started off, you got a top 5 in that first race, but since then, Lady Luck has not been on your side. You got the car upside down over at Kokopah. You had to drag the spare car out. Definitely looking forward to the Devil's Bowl to try to turn your season around here early on.
Yeah, you know, the season's early. There's 65 races. You know, it's definitely been luck that has been on our side. We've had some really good race cars underneath us, but we'll go forward from here and keep plugging away and keep knocking some points down, and we'll be up there at the end of the year.
Now you're running the entire national tour, but you're running a very, very intense schedule this year, not only with the national tour, but also continuing a lot with your Power I Midget Championship pursuits as well.
Yeah, we're going to try and run pretty much as we can, whether it be in the midget or the sprint car, just stay in the seat. Took last weekend off. We rebuilt the car. We tore up out there in Kokopah, and you know, we got a really good team. Got great guys behind me. My family's supporting me, and we've got what it takes to run with these guys. It just got to get out there and prove it now.
Now, looking at the front of that race car, after you rode the top of that wall, it looked like it went from a 45 to a 90. Did you have to end up getting the front of that car cut off and replaced?
Yeah, that car's up in Maxim getting rebuilt. We put a new one together. It's supposed to be our Knoxville Nationals car, so going to build another one for Knoxville, and we got that one up top as a spare now, and we got Old Faithful here ready to go.
All right, now you call this one Old Faithful. How long have you had this car?
This is the car we had all last season. We didn't race it in that last year at all, but you know, we'll see how she runs. We got one of our new motors in there built by Dave Kahn, and she hits hard, and she ought to run good on this half mile.
All right, now how many times have you actually got to run here at the Devil's Bowl?
I've only ran here last year. I ran the last 2 races of the year, and that was it. So haven't ran too much half-mile stuff with the sprint car, but just another racetrack, got longer straightaways.
All right, thank you very much. Good luck.
Sounds good.
We're going to take a break here on the Lucas Oil ASCS show. When we come back, we'll have tonight's A-Main from the 39th Annual Spring Nationals at Devil's Bowl.
As your power steering pump ages, seal leaks may occur, causing the power steering system to lose fluid. Your power steering system may also develop an annoying squeal, and the steering may become more difficult to handle. By using Lucas Power Steering Stop Leak, you will stop the seal leaks, reduce slack in rack and pinions, eliminate the squeals and hard spots in your power steering system. It is guaranteed to stop seal leaks or your money back. Lucas Power Steering Stop Leak. It works. A new cable network just for guys. Gaming, gadgets, comedy, gorgeous girls, and how about this? Cable TV's biggest lineup of grassroots racing. MAV TV's got Lucas Oil Off-Road, AMA motorbikes, P1 power boats, and even pro pulling events. We don't make the fuel. We just help you burn it. Call your local cable or satellite distributor and demand MAV TV. Or go to mavtv.com and request it. MAV TV, a man-sized cable network.
Here we go. They work into turn 3 and a turn 4. The green flag is out. We're underway with the Lucas Oil America's Sprint Car Series, and we've got problems already. Look out, car upside down. Mesquite drivers again will lead them down to the green flag. They're on the gas. We're on the go. This same main is underway. A much better start here as the field's going to race into turns 1 and 2. They go 3 wide for the runner-up spot. Raven Colt's going to hold on to it. Raven Colt being challenged by the 11C of Matt Covington and the 45X of Johnny Herrera through turns 1 and 2. As now through turns 3 and 4, Herrera's going to try to steal away. Herrera right now going to sit in third. Covington going to run it fourth. Your top 5 for the time being going to round out with Brady Bacon. Bacon, though, on the inside line and moving. He'll steal away fourth for the 11C of Matt Covington. Covington, you're going to round out your top 5 now with a 15H of Sam Haberteef Jr. Absolutely moving through this field now as he is up into 6th. The 41 of Jason Johnson right now gonna run in 7th. It is going to be the 77X of Wayne Johnson in 8th. 9th right now is Danny Woods. Your top 10 is going to round out with the 94. Kyle Sauter is up front. It's Michael Lang showing the way. Johnny Herrera on the previous lap able to work by. Up into 2nd, Brady Bacon also making some moves now. He's up into 3rd in the 99. Raven Culp right now sitting in 4th. Your top 5 going to round out with 11C of Matt Covington. As your leader works off at turn number 4, it's Michael Lang from right here in town in the Palm Harbor home. Smiley's number 14. He works right to the middle of the Loams. Right to the middle of the Devil's Bowl Speedway here as they work to the back straightaway. Herrera trying to give chase now. Swaps it up to the high side. Going to drop it back down to the middle as he'll try to use that change in altitude through turns 3 and 4 to try to pick up some momentum here. Brady Bacon trying to run him down. Raven Culp and Matt Covington still your top 5. Then it's Haberteef. Then it's Jason Johnson. Then it's going to be Wayne Johnson as we've got a car slowing down the back straightaway. The 2L of Logan Payne. Payne out of Dallas slowing down the back straightaway here, trying to limp it down to the pit area. Joe Wood Jr., Dustin Morgan, Jake Martins, and Brad Loyette right now running out your running order as they come off of turn number 4. Single file, the green is out. We're back underway. Again, 5 laps in, 25 laps to go, and Michael Lang going to try to race off and run away with this same Johnny Herrera. Going to try to pull it within about 2 car lengths now as they work into turns 3 and 4. Johnny Herrera dives it down to the bottom of the racetrack. He'll try to make the move here as they work to the front straightaway. Lang, though, able to hold on to it. Michael Lang able to hold on to the race lead for the time being as Johnny Herrera now going to be challenged by Brady Bacon. Bacon working down to the inside line in the 99. He works this time up to the high side through turns 3 and 4, trying to build his momentum back up to get the run on Hollywood Herrera. It's Michael Lang, Johnny Herrera, Brady Bacon, 1, 2, 3. They have separated themselves from the rest of the running order as the 11C of Matt Covington back up into 4th. The 41 of Jason Johnson now going to round out your top 5. Then it's going to be the 3 of Raven Culp running in 6th. 7th is going to find the 77 of Wayne Johnson. Back to 8th is going to be the 15H of Sam Haberteef Jr. Haberteef, a little bit of a rough restart as he's lost a couple spots now. The 18 of Tony Bruce Jr. is going to run in 9th. Your top 10 is still going to be Kyle Sauter. Sauter rounding out your top 10. Then it's going to be Jack Dover now going to steal it away as they work to the back straightaway. Dover going to move up into 10th now. It's going to drop Sauter back to 11th. Running in 12th is going to be the 45 of Martin Edwards. 13th is going to be Gary Wright. 14th is going to be Danny Woods. Your top 15 right now going to round out with a 7M of Kevin Ramey. And it's going to be the 03 of Joe Wood Jr., the 74X of Joshua Hodges, the 05 of Brad Loyette, the 11S of Patrick Stassa. Then you're going to find the 2 of Dustin Morgan and the 48 of Jake Martins rounding out your running order as we go back to the front of the field. And Michael Lang right now in the Palm Harbor Homes number 14 has pulled to about a half a straightaway advantage over Johnny Herrera's 45X as we've got a car slowing over the high side of turns 1 and 2. That appears to be Kevin Ramey. Kevin Ramey going to be done with 11 laps in the books. As we're just past a third in, we still got just under 2/3 to go here in this A main for the Lucas Oil America Sprint Car Series presented by MAV TV. As we have 12 laps in the books in this 30-lap A main, it's still Michael Lang now starting to fight a little bit of a tight race car. As he is out of his race car, ladies and gentlemen, Danny Wood will walk away. The green flag, the driver from right here in Mesquite will pick it up into turn number 4 down the front straightaway. We're back underway. Everybody tucking down to the bottom on the restart through turns 3 and 4. Now they'll fan out through turns 1 and 2. Jason Johnson going to go to the high side in the 41. He'll try to get up and steal away. Fourth is you. Got a new leader. Johnny Herrera going to steal away. Johnny Herrera stealing the race lead, but it looks like an engine just went away on him. Oh my! Johnny Herrera, just as he stole the top spot, blows an engine in the 45X. He is down in the infield. He is inside the tractor tires. We're going to stay green here in this A main for the Lucas Oil America Sprint Car Series, as that's going to hand the race lead back to Michael Lang. Lang, though, he's going to have to try to hold off Brady Bacon. Bacon right around the bottom of the Devil's Bowl Speedway. They better look out, though, because Jason Johnson's running him down. Jason Johnson in the Shop Diesel Services 41. He's up into third. The 11C of Matt Covington going to run in fourth with Wayne Johnson right now running at your top 5. As we come to the halfway point, the cross flags, 15 in, 15 to go. It's Michael Lang, Brady Bacon, Jason Johnson, then it's going to be Matt Covington, then Wayne Johnson is back up front. The battle is for the race lead. Brady Bacon closes in on the inside line. Michael Lang trying to slam the door as they work to the front straightaway. Just about feeds a left rear to the 99, but Bacon has to let off, and Bacon's going to fall back to second again. Michael Lang, though, with the bobble as they work to the back straightaway. Bacon's going to close right in. Here we go again for the race lead to 3 and 4. Brady Bacon on the bottom of the racetrack. Michael Lang again going to try to slam the door, but here comes Bacon. Brady Bacon in the Fatheads Eyewear 99. Not able to get it done, though, this time off a 1 and 2. He's right there again, though, as they work to the back straightaway. This time, he'll steal away the race lead. Brady Bacon up to the top spot. Brady Bacon's 99. Michael Lang's 14. Still side by side. What a battle at the front. It's Brady Bacon with the advantage. Michael Lang just about takes it over. Goes down to the inside line. Nearly clips one of the tractor tires as he's going to hold on to second. Jason Johnson having a slam on the brakes. Just about gives it up, though, as he got off the high side entering turn number 3. Brings it back on the racing surface just in the nick of time. He runs at third. Wayne Johnson running in fourth with Matt Covington right now running at your top 5. Then it's going to be the 18 of Tony Bruce Jr., the 53 of Jack Dover, the 15H of Sam Haberty Jr., the 9 of Gary Wright after taking a provisional is up in the 9th. Your top 10 is going to round down with the 94 of Kyle Sauter now as a battle for second. Jason Johnson down to the inside line. He'll try to seal the way. He'll get it done into 1 and 2. Michael Lang, though, going to fight back on the exit of turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Not able to get it back, though, as he falls to third. As another driver going to call it quits early here, the 45, Martin Edwards, unfortunately done early in this A-main event as we have 21 laps in the books. We got 21 in, 9 to go. It is Brady Bacon showing the way by just over a half a straightaway over Jason Johnson's 41. Then it's good to the 14 of Michael Lang, the 77 of Wayne Johnson now starting to close in as he runs at fourth. 11C of Matt Covington, again running at your top 5, but not for long. Tony Bruce Jr. is up top and moving now in the 18. Covington able to take it up and slam the door. He'll kill some of Bruce's momentum now as they work into 1 and 2. Tony Bruce Jr. dives back down to the bottom. Matt Covington on the defense here, trying to hold on to the spot. As Covington continues to run at your top 5, Tony Bruce Jr. running in 6th, Sam Haberty Jr. running in 7th, 8th is going to be Gary Wright, 9th is going to be the 53 of Jack Dover. Your top 10 is going to ride out with Kyle Sauter as we've got a driver slow on the high side of the racetrack. That, the arc wrecking number 2 of Dustin Morgan. Morgan slowing on the racetrack because we have 24 laps in the books. He'll try to take it up away from the racing surface here as your leader has just run down slower traffic. He's got the 05 of Brad Loyette right in front of him, and that's going to hold up the 99. The caution, though, will wave. Who's it going to be? Can Brady Bacon hold on? We're going to find out this time to the green. Jason Johnson with a full head of steam as they work into turns 1 and 2. He goes to the high side, and you got a new leader. Jason Johnson will steal the way. Jason Johnson with a big restart here. He steals away the race lead from Brady Bacon, the 77X of Wayne Johnson now. He's on the move. He stole away third. He's looking for second on the 99. As they work into turns 1 and 2. Both drivers going to dive down to the bottom of the racetrack. Bacon going to hold on to the runner-up spot. Wayne Johnson right now going to run in third. Michael Lang going to fall back to fourth. Then it's the 11C of Matt Covington right now running at your top 5. As he works off a turn number 4, he is moving. Jason Johnson showing the way. As we have less than 4 laps to go, it's going to be Jason Johnson, Brady Bacon, Wayne Johnson, Michael Lang, Matt Covington, still your top 5. Then it's the 18 to Tony Bruce Jr., the 9 to Gary Wright, the 15-8 to Sam Habertief Jr., the 53 of Jack Dover, the 94 still running out your top 10 as the battle is on for second. Give it to Wayne Johnson. Wayne Johnson, the 77X, going to seal away for Brady Bacon. Bacon, the restart, not going his way at all as he's going to fall back to third as this time they're going to come to the twin flags 2 more times around the Devil's Bowl Speedway. Jason Johnson on his way. Jason Johnson leading Wayne Johnson, trying to run him down as they worked on the back straightaway, but it's a half a straightaway disadvantage right now with the white flag about to wave 1 more time around the Devil's Bowl Speedway. Into turns 1 and 2. The Shop Diesel Services 41 rides right around the bottom of the Devil's Bowl Speedway, down the back straightaway this time. He'll work into turn 3. Lap traffic not going to become a factor as he comes off of turn number 4. The checker flag for Jason Johnson. Jason Johnson getting the win. Wayne Johnson going to take second. Brady Bacon coming home in third. The 11C of Matt Covington. The 14 of Michael Lang, your top 5. Tony Bruce Jr., Gary Rice, Sam Habertief Jr., Jack Dover, and the 94 of Kyle Sauter rounds out your top 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is Jason Johnson! Jason, congratulations on the win. Driving up for 5th on this thing. That restart, you were running them down as they got into lap traffic, but you went in with a full head of steam on the top of the racetrack. Take us through that pass.
Well, you know, Brady's famous for running the bottom, and I knew he was going to protect the bottom 100%. And actually, you needed to be off the bottom of 2 there, you know, to get a good run. And I'll tell you what, Roush Shape's built some awesome Ford power for all our Ford fans out there tonight, and just enough to sneak around the outside.
Woo! And you know what, with the Shop Diesel Services helping you out right here to get a win at the Devil's Bowl for your, basically, the hometown sponsor here.
I'll tell you what, you know, the Shop Diesel Services is the one who got me involved in ASCS, and I really got to thank Lanny and Alan Rao for all that he done for my career. And it's awesome that they wanted to be a feature sponsor for the Devil's Bowl events this year, and just couldn't be more excited they're in-house tonight.
Well, you get your second win. You're the first repeat winner of the 2012 season, and all these great people, your wife and everybody helping you out, congratulations again.
Tell you what, you know, I really want to thank the Stenhouse crew, the Seal Valley Trucking, AccuDot Solutions, Roush Shape's Ford, HM Racing all the way around the world. Everybody's doing a really good job right now. This race team's doing an excellent job. It's a lot of fun. Thank you.
Oh, it's a new Corvette as it starts. No, you can't see it. Your dad had a Chevy. His dad, his brother had a Charger, but it was a Hemi, so that made it all right. His granddad used to take on Cadillac V8s with his new 265 overhead valve 56 Chevy. Racing is part of it. Hell, it is life. Plenty of left turns have been made under a banner that says McCarthy Chevy runs deep. Take a look at the car in front of you right now. Odds are it says McCarthy on the backside. They knew about the McCarthy low price guarantee. $10,000 if they can't beat a bona fide signed offer from a local franchise dealer on in-stock vehicles. That's right, 10 grand says McCarthy has the lowest price in Kansas City on any Silverado in stock, or Malibu, or Traverse, Equinox, or Cruise. Good people go through difficult times. All credit applications are accepted. Yeah, a Corvette. Sweet. McCarthy Chevrolet. I-35 in Santa Fe and Olathe.